Beautifully done airplane. Alright, well, we have one airport over there, but we're not landing there today. We're gonna go to this other island here. And it's quite a long flight. I'm sorry, I should have put some music on for you guys. I'm an 80s fan, so maybe you guys won't be too happy about that. Let's see, what else can I show you guys? Oh yeah, another cool thing about this airplane is that you can switch off one engine. By pressing Shift 1, I selected engine 1, and I'm going to pull back the throttle on that. And if I even wanted to, I can lean the mixture out and actually stop the engines running. And as you can see, the difference in the animation here. So I guess I'll land with one engine. There is our target airport there. I'm way too high at the moment and going way too fast, so I want to select engine number 2 and decrease the throttle there. Alright. Let's just cut the throttle all the way back. I'm just gonna try to make a big S-curve to the airport there. The clouds you see are made by Vadym. It took me a while to find the textures, but I saw a thread about his cloud textures and people really liked them. So I use them too in Flight Gear 2.0. There's my target. I'm still way too high. I'm just going to use a spiraling down method. I have no flight training whatsoever, but this is the best way I find myself to descend and also decrease in speed. And this is one heck of a long video. Should have brought some beers along with me. Now, as you can see, the runway is to my left, and it looks very far from here, but it's actually pretty darn close. The runway itself is very small, and it's a narrow strip. It's a very miniature size of KSFO, San Francisco runway. When we get up close to it, you'll see how actually wide it is, or should I say narrow. Alright. I'm not the best pilot in the world, or even in flight gear, but I'm pretty confident about my techniques with the Grumman Goose. However, at times I do mess up, so if I do mess up, I am truly sorry, and you can give me a good pat on the back afterwards and say, no worries, just do it again. Other planes I like to fly, propellers these days actually. It used to be the case where I liked to fly Dave Culp's plane, from the Phantoms to the FJ Fury. From Preston's hangar, there's a plane called the F5E Tiger, which Dave Culp originally modeled, and then Preston remodeled it for him, and it is a beautiful airplane. However, I do believe in multiplayer, the lights are always turned on. So regardless if you have them turned off in your own flight gear, the multiplayers will always see your lights turned on in the F5E Tiger. Alright, we're just about there, and well, Sid just signed on. Another great model or two, and let's bring down our gears. And then our flaps too. This airplane drops like a bird, drops like a rock, I mean, once you are below 60 knots, it will just drop like a stone. So you just want to make sure that you keep it around 80 to 60. I have landed this airplane around 120 knots. I do not recommend it, but it is doable. I still feel like I'm kind of high. I feel like I am really high. Alright, I'm gonna go down a lot more. Once I touch down, I have to use the rudders to control the airplane to stay aligned with the runway. Also, I press the brakes slowly. And then once it gets below 40 knots, I then have no more control with the rudders because my tail will be on the ground. Yep, I'm too high. I'm too high. But luckily, I'm landing into the wind. Let's see if I can pull this baby off. I am too high, but the runway's long enough. Maybe. Touchdown. And now I'm just steering it with the rudders right now. I'm pressing B for my brakes. And my nose is going to go down, and I'm pulling up on the yoke. Alright, perfect. Whew. I was almost shitting my pants there. Alright, let's do a short replay of that. As you can see, the runway is actually very narrow, so even from here, even though it looks like it's far, it's actually pretty darn close. It's almost like an optical illusion within flight gear. You can't really tell how far or how close it is until you actually reach the flag and you say, "Oh, I'm too high," or "I'm going too fast." I hope this makes sense to all you guys. Anyways, here I am, final approach here. Way too high. And at this point, I'm actually going above, going around 100 knots. If you can see my speedometer there. This is where I freak out. And I touch down, but the wheels aren't spinning. Why aren't the wheels spinning? I'm pressing on the brakes and I slowly pull back on the yoke and then the tail lands. Huh, I wonder why those wheels didn't spin. Anyways, thanks for watching, and let's just make sure we turn off the engines. Put up our flaps again. Turn off the magneto, turn off the power. Alright, and that was a short flight with the Grumman Goose. This is Zexe, and I hope you enjoyed my small show. Thank you. Bye-bye.